email them and let them know when you're doing your gospel forum and anything else. They're there to help you in any way that you want them to do. Just telling, like, they can bring cookies, they can check their own dances, they can take you to Honolulu. Hey, do whatever, use them. What I'm saying, get to know them and use them to help you, because they're there, need help with your homework, whatever. Please use them. So if you don't know who they are, but please email them and let them know where you're going to meet the gospel forum this week. Some of them are new, but we've really got some great people that are so excited to work with you. So, and this is I keep telling you, this is the greatest group of presidents. I mean, you really are, they're so sharp, such neat kids. So, anyway, you're doing great.
Thank you, Sister Connell.
Thank you, Sister Connell. Thank you.
She does a lot to help us, so thank you. A few more announcements is that, do you guys know Jennifer Lane, Sister Jennifer Lane, VP for Curriculum? She is presenting, we wanted to present this to all the chapter presidents. It's called the 9+1 Semesters Presentation. It's 30 minutes with question and answer. How to successfully graduate in 9 semesters. Focus on the parable of the talents, the investment of the Lord has made and given to each student and employees on campus. It all ties to the mission of the university with a culminating message to make the most of our allotment of talents. So this is just a way for the admin to help everybody understands this program. So if we're going to be passing this along, so anyone, any chapters who are interested to have Sister Jennifer Lane give a presentation to your chapters, you can contact her. Her email address is there, and she'll be more than happy to attend to every chapter. So, any questions about that? Actually, you can address her any questions you may have to Sister Lane. Another quick announcement, except for those who, the sisters who, that their shirts do not fit them, or they should be coming. We have ordered them. And those who had some troubles, but just to remind you to wear your shirts. It's not that primarily a requirement here. Well, we've shared the purpose of these shirts, yeah. I'm just afraid also that they might not give us shirts anymore next semester if we don't use them. So, and so that's the purpose for this one. So let's go now to. Do we have it? Oh, Kevin?
I just have a question. How we can make up missed
Attendance?
Yeah.
All right. How we make up with missed attendance is.
Thank you.
No, there is the idea. Well, what makes this class a little different is that it's practical in nature. So if you would write up any of the lessons we've learned so far that you really have applied it to your chapters, then write up what you have done and what impact what are the results? What do you see happening now? For example, our very first lesson is the mission and vision. And there are some who have already submitted their assignment. It doesn't have to be long. This is not a paper writing. As long as you communicate, and I will respond to you that, I wanted to focus a little bit on the mission and vision. So what we did as a chapter presidency is we had a meeting and we gave everybody this, and these are the effects. And so it's pretty much narrating what you have applied, and that can count, and it's 50 points. Because this class is an attempt to strengthen ourselves more as presidents. So thank you. Do we have, for a few minutes, do we have any brave soul and take home this shirt and recite the mission of the university?
Me.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, yours. Come here.
Yes.
You can open your and to check
How
if
many
yours
shirts do you have?
qualifies. How many shirts? I have 100, no, not 100. But and not for everybody. You can only do it this once, okay? No, you can try again, but a shirt. You can only get one shirt. Oh, plus you might want to bring your calendars as well because they might not give you again next semester if they don't see you using it.
How can they check?
Huh?
How can they check?
You have the representative in front of you.
If you're using it or not,
Yeah.
I can see you guys here.
He's the
If you bring
teacher.
it up. So even if you bring it up, I assume that you're using it. Did everybody get one by? Did you get yours? I still have two here.
Already have one.
Hannah. Oh, you already got one then. All right. Go for it.
Okay. The mission of Brigham Young University LA is to integrate both spiritual and secular learning and to prepare students with characters and integrity which can provide leadership in their families, their communities, their chosen field, and in building the kingdom of God.
All right. One more. Was that good? Everybody's okay? Instead of which, it's who can provide.
Okay.
What's your size? Large?
It's too big.
Small.
If it doesn't fit, we can go
Okay.
have it change it.
Thank you guys.
Good job. Are you gonna go for it? Okay, we'll have two today because if I let you all, then we'll use that all the time.
I'm not sure if
You want
it's
to hold it
true or
already?
No.
Maybe with the.
Yeah, it's true. This. Okay, the mission of Brigham Young University Hawaii is to integrate both spiritual and secular learning and to prepare students with character and integrity who can provide leadership in their families, their communities, their chosen field, and in building the kingdom of God.
All right. Good job. If it doesn't fit, I will change
This
this.
is small because I'm small.
Oh, okay. If you want to take that, then we'll let you.
Figures.
All right. So up for grabs, we have four more classes. If you want to do it in front, if we ever run out of classes, you can still go to the alumni office in front of us out there and recite it. You can still get that shirt. So. All right. Today's class is, I feel that there is a need to kind of emphasize what we had in class last week. And this is more where the rubber meets the road. So I would like to invite everybody to somehow start thinking about impact projects. We talked about impact projects last week. Does anyone want to summarize it a little bit? What does impact projects mean? What did we talk about it? Gospel forums, activities, culture night. What about it?
I think the impact project is any activity that we perform, of which we have to set a goal and evaluate the outcome of the activity.
Correct.
The impact that activity has on the members.
Sure.
And one thing that we can learn from it and apply it in our future life as we graduate from here to professional life for your community or your country.
Perfect. Thank you. So from now on, we'll start thinking. They're not just activities. We're converting activities into projects, impact projects, because every year it's already people already are expecting something from chapters, and I'm afraid that it's just becoming routinary. That's the reason why there's a move to convert activities into, we'll call them impact projects. And so that's exactly what we'll do. Andre, you wanted to add?
Just that there are some preset projects already, like Culture Night, World Fest, or whatever.
we already have that in mind, and we already know that we gotta have those activities,
Correct.
those projects. And just like Noah said, the only thing is for us to make it worth it of our creativity, so we can have new activities or projects that we can involve more students, but still according to the mission of the school and the spiritual.
Yeah, we have guidelines. We should be in alignment with the mission of the university. And anytime we do projects, it always enhances our skills. So it's already a natural fruit. So it should have value to us as leaders and then an impact for all. And so today is an invitation to pioneer efforts and what that means. So that's why, let's have a little review. This represents, from those who were here last week and enjoyed our
Ice cream.
not fully, you enjoyed the cones. I only gave you cones because this represents our activities that we're converting into projects, right? Why did you not get the ice cream again?
The results?
Because the impact is we're still working on it. Because the impact here is felt. Everybody enjoys culture night. But what value will it offer you when you leave? That's why this represents when you leave. That's the only time we'll enjoy fully. So the chapter projects and impact on BYUH mission. Let's define that a little bit further. Let's be more specific. So chapter projects would represent, more specifically, how does the activities that you do or projects serve as a preparation. Does this look familiar? What does this represent? Where did you hear about this?
President David
From President David O. McKay. And it's a prophetic vision. Everybody in this university, they may know it or not. I'll stand as a living witness. For those who understand what this is, it will guide you after you graduate. And so I hope, it is our hope that you see this so much that you can tell your chapter members on how to do it. So, just to illustrate that further, I'd like you to grab one piece from this bowl. Just one.
Feels like I'm taking half.
You can choose whatever you want. Maybe we can do this a little faster, yeah? Because our lesson today is not about choosing. I think you already know how to. There's only two choices, so just grab one. And unfortunately, this activity would entail that everybody should get one. So.
Same. Oh, we have another one is like fingers. It's not. We don't have that one. Which one is straight?
Just grab one.
So we know
No, just grab one. Yeah, one item.
Okay, for me like one.
One piece.
Okay, this one?
I don't know.
No, it's fine. All of this are.
Just take it.
Grab one.
Which one?
No, the staple wire doesn't have, sorry. All right. What is that item?
It's enter to learn global picture.
It's a pin. So by itself, what would its function be?
Remark yourself.
Decoration?
Decoration. Would it still work? Who got the pin?
No.
Can you use it?
Yeah. That's effectively.
Who has the thinger?
Do what?
I don't know what this is called. That's why I call it a finger.
Button folder.
What does it, would it serve any other purpose
No.
by itself?
Hold it.
So this is just to emphasize. So let's put some purpose into it. Match it with someone. It would have been work if it's like
Alright.
Well, look, they grabbed it.
find someone to match it.
Okay. Found it.
Yeah. I have a finger. Oh, right here.
Oh, I have both.
What's the, what's the?
Yeah, we got one.
All right.
But I need it.
You have one?
No, you have to do it with the other classes.
What's the thing?
Yeah.
thing.
Who got the thing?
All right. Again, this is just to emphasize that we really need to have both sides of the picture to enjoy it fully. And this may not make a lot of sense right now as your students, but I can promise you, after you graduate, I think you'll remember that whatever you do here as presidents, hopefully it will bless you and those around you, those under you, that you're accountable for, will see the full impact of what this means. So, do you know any, oh, Aaron?
Sorry, this might be off topic, but I was just wondering, like, for you, what has the impact been, like, after you graduated with, like, your vice presidents in your chapter? Did you follow with them, or?
A very good question. If I understand correctly, as I have graduated, what has been the impact of what I've done?
Or
As a
or just
president?
like, and also like what they've done, like being a vice president or like. what-
Okay, good. It's kind of hard to document. Actually, the reason why I'm here is because back in the past, chapters were all about just social activities. So if I can give you a report of how we're doing, we are very good in doing luau's. So when we meet as an alumni chapter, we're very good. We have our luau's because that's what we did when we were chapter leaders. That's the reason why we've learned from the past. So you guys will be doing our pioneering effort. Individually, we have a lot of successful alumni. And we really want, that's our task right now. We want to track down over all the chapter presidents or club presidents back in the days. And what are they doing now? Are they still, are they really that involved in wanting their alumni to get job placements, to get business opportunities? And so we're hoping that if we pick it up right now through the efforts, and interestingly enough, you're already doing it. You're already leading your team. It's just a matter of understanding what this is while you are here. But very quickly, do you know of any alumni and how? Do you know of any successful alumni? What are they doing?
We have one in Kiribati. He's now become one of the member of the House of Parliament. So he's doing it.
What do you remember what he's done to help fellow alumni?
Back home?
Yeah.
Back home, he also established it's like, because over there we have a school church over there, and he established the alumni also over there. It's like each chapter, it's like food festival or something.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the money that they have. It's like it's to have students with some scholarship and other stuff.
Not only are they have become genuine gold, but they continue on building others to become genuine gold. Before you forget, don't forget your thought. I'll give you the other side. If we don't pick this up right now and put ourselves on a higher ground, life's challenges would come you have to provide for your family. All of those are natural, and it's always hard to get everybody. But if you would all see this right now, it would make the biggest difference. We'll try and be more specific after.
Okay. There was an alumni I know back home. He's been home about like 8 years now. He actually making his way up to be a country manager, and he recruiting a lot of alumni from all over. Actually, like when I heard about this, I actually feel like the friendship and the that we make, we're working as a chapter. When we do activities, when we do anything, when we make things, we actually unify each other. And he recruiting all his friends during that time that was under him to work with him. So I think it's really good to hear the story.
It is. Thank you. And we have countless. We don't have the statistics, but they're not. The alumni that are struggling are far more than those who have made it. And so we can't emphasize this enough. If we take advantage of the things that we're doing right now, those who goes home and build their business and become CEOs, and I've heard this story. That's why a lot of the those people, students who have those kind of alumni in their countries, they're the ones who have don't worry too much about going back home because they get absorbed by alumni. So just imagine if all of us can have that ability, we will be fulfilling strongly the mission. So I think we've established that enough. Let's work on tasks right now. And would like to invite you in this pioneering effort. Even try to make your mark, leave a legacy in changing how the welfare of our alumni back home through our impact projects. For example, we started last week, but we want to dive a little bit into specifics. So I would like you to think about, well, now unless you have any questions, let's see if, I promised you last week to give you a little review of project management. But let's see if the audio is working. Can you hear it? All right, we might need to work on this a little bit more. But here's the task. And for 5 minutes, if you need a little bit more, I would like you to think of one specific to your chapter of an impact project. Do we need to clarify that a little bit more? Yeah, it's start designing your experiences. Our assignment last week is start designing experiences specifically. For example, I'll give you an example. Gospel Forum. Let's start with an example and then start working on a project. If I were to do it again, as when I was chapter president, I would invite someone to talk about ethics, business ethics on Gospel Forum. Does that sound crazy? Is it because we know Gospel Forums to be spiritual? Would business ethics fall under a spiritual? What do you see as an impact if you would be able to find someone to share about the doctrine and business ethics?
It's a bridge topic, meaning people often classify spirituality separate and temporal aspect separate, and no one wants to find a link between them.
Yeah.
But when you bring a topic like business ethics, it's just a strong bridge to tell people that whatever things you do in your temporal life has an impact or a consequence on your spiritual life.
Sure.
Okay. Business ethics, for instance, who talks about ethics, talks about moral, who talks about moral, talks about honesty. And honesty is deep in the gospel. It's a Christ-like attribute.
Sure. Thank you, Noah. Kevin?
Oh, yeah, so I believe that business ethics is, is what you do compliant with the law,
Correct.
of the country and stuff, the law, the business and stuff like that. But that prepare us to be moral. Moral means that we compliant with the Lord, do, the Ten Commandments and all the things that help us to, study ethics, business ethics, to be moral.
Yeah.
That is the one that we need to do this, to be more like God.
Thank you. Very well said. So, granting we already have a lesson on business ethics. Now, how can we need to move that forward? Is there any activity where you can help everybody start practicing business ethics and see the ramifications as well as consequences? So that's a project. Let me share. I won't mention names, but we have alumni in the United. We have alumni right now. Everybody received the same blessings that we received. Unfortunately, one of them, instead of enjoying being a genuine gold, he's incarcerated in jail. You know why? He was in the real estate industry, and competition is tough. And so they got into, and what makes this sad is they got into issues, and they're both alumni. And it went sour that they went through the legal system, and one of them now is in jail. It's a sad situation, but there were borderline ethics there, as mentioned. So that's just the simplest that I can think of. That's why I would like to invite everybody to expand a little bit of our minds. Would it possible? Do you think it can be possible that one of your chapter members may fall into those situations? It's very, very possible. So, gospel forums, culture night, every activity that you have. I'd like you to think, spend 5 minutes right now and think of a specific activity that we're converting into a project. But go beyond. What will culture night do? What impact would it have by just furthering those projects or those activities? You up for it? Everybody will present after. But this is just to get us started. Is the instruction clear, or do we still need to clarify it a bit? Because right now what we have are, when you plan for culture night, what is your main focus in planning? Practices, costumes,
Culture exhibition.
huh?
Culture exhibition.
Culture exhibition, the presentation. So it is an activity. Can it be an impact project though? Can it go beyond? Just like the gospel forum, if we teach them business ethics and have a follow-up activity with it, it's not a guarantee, but it's value. It's value that we add to our chapter members, and hopefully they'll remember it, that when they're faced with situations, they will remember to be ethical, because being ethical is also being spiritual. So culture night. Let's do one more, and then we'll have you think of your own. Culture night. Since I already mentioned this a bit last week, is there anything more that we can do with culture night? And not just within our school, not just that would provide entertainment to everybody, and that, because we already know that we're a diverse group, and we enjoy that all the time. But can can you use Culture Night as an impact project that will not only benefit those who are here, but all those that participate will remember, and that it might even extend to your countries or somewhere.
First, we have a project to go this month, on December. We're gonna go actually to the retirement house.
Yeah.
With the retirees, and we're gonna go there and we're gonna